Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video we're going to be focusing on how to get the SWAT RFT and giving you a best class setup for this weapon. In case you guys don't already know, they've modified how they do DLC weapons completely when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Currently there's only one way to access the SWAT RFT Rifle, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that real quick and then we'll go ahead and jump right into the best class setup. So while at the main menu, you're going to go ahead and click on multiplayer, and then you're going to go ahead and head over to the black market right here. And then what you're going to have to do is progress from tier 1 all the way to tier 100. And as you progress, you'll get another DLC weapon along the way, and that's the Damon 3XB, which is a 3-round burst SMG. So currently there's only 3 different ways to earn tiers. One is just playtime, so for every 50 minutes approximately of playtime, you'll get another tier. Also for the first win of the day, you get another tier. And the third, which is probably the most annoying, is to actually just buy COD points. And just so you have an idea about the conversion rate, every 100 COD points is approximately $1. So if you want to gain 100 tiers, it'd be about $100. So after leveling up the weapon to its max level, which was level 12, I was able to experiment with all the different attachments. So in my opinion, the best class setup for the SWAT RFT is going to be a reflex sight, suppressor, fast mags, and high caliber. Then you can see that I'm running that stim shot with tactical mask and dead silence. And one slight variation to this is to drop fast mags and actually swap that out for extended mags, because that bumps your ammo all the way up to 55 rounds. So that decision is completely up to you which route you want to go, whether it's fast mags or extended mags, because at the end of the day, it really comes down to playstyle. Personally, when I ran fast mags, I ran into a lot of situations where I'd get 1 kill, 2 kills, then a third, then I only have about 3 or 4 bullets and I couldn't finish off that 4th person. Once I switched to extended mags, I didn't run into that same issue, but it was a lot slower to reload. So again, it goes back to your personal preference on playstyle. So those are pretty much the 2 best class setups for the SWAT RFT. If you have enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video over 500 likes. If you are brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty content related to news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve at Call of Duty. So if you want more of that type of content, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you can find your way back to the channel. And at this point, we'll go ahead and transition to a gameplay breakdown. This is something I typically like to do on my channel because I think it's unfair to give you a best class setup but not really talk to you about how to use that class setup. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to go ahead and take you through that thought process so you get a better idea on how you should probably be using this weapon. So when it comes to this particular weapon, I don't rank it very high when it comes to the rifle category. And I'm not saying it's a bad rifle by any means. Really what I'm trying to say is that the ICR, the Rampart, and the Maddox will outgun this if the player is equally skilled. And you might ask, how do I know this? Well, pretty much what I was able to do is play a match and then I'd start getting outgunned while using this weapon. People were using the ICR, the Titan was a big one, the Maddox, and the Rampart. And the second I switched to the Rampart or the Maddox, I would stop losing those same gunfights immediately against those same players within the same match. So my ideal goal while using this weapon was to force as many medium range engagements as possible. You can see the guys right there head glitching kind of with the Titan, peek out, absolutely destroy him because I was able to get the first shot. He wasn't expecting me. That's what you're going to have to do with this weapon. You're going to have to get a lot of first shots. And getting flanked from behind. The guy ended up coming around. I don't know if I just thought maybe there was a teammate there, but at the end of the day, I had to go ahead and kind of make an adjustment. And you're going to see what ends up happening. I end up in a bad scenario, get shock drone. Even though I have that attack mask, it doesn't help you in that scenario. Pretty much you're dead instantly if you're getting shot at while that thing's coming out. Usually in the beginning of the match, you're supposed to fill out the enemy team, kind of see what the routes they like to take, because what you'll inevitably see is people tend to continue those same patterns. A lot of times on this particular map, people end up in that sniper tower, and then if they repeatedly go there because that's their entire game plan, they're going to put the barricade up, barbed wire, all that nonsense, well, you know, okay, well, let me address for that, let me attack it at a different angle, assume someone's there all the time, and you just got to be able to adjust to how people are playing. Right here, I'm just trying to play as smart as possible, and that's one of the biggest advantages by having 2 flags captured and not 3. Because the second you go for that C flag, then the spawns get a little bit erratic and things start to flip around. So that's not a good thing. You ideally want the middle flag and 1 spawn flag and pretty much just hold it down. Because the advantage you have is the second someone steps on the B flag, they're giving away their position. It'll say the enemy's trying to capture that objective. So you can see right here, my teammate put the spawn beacon up here. I'm not really a fan of hanging out in this area. I do start to go on a little bit longer streak. And that's one of the things that starts to happen. I kind of figure out the map and I go on a very long streak. As you guys will see, I'll kind of build that momentum. I'm just posted up here. They don't really have a good idea. Obviously, if they watch the kill cam, they'll know exactly where I'm at. but like I said, I don't like hanging up there very often. I think that's kind of a cheap way to play. Is it a valid tactic? Yes, but should that be your main tactic? Probably not. We're going to play a little bit aggressive, take out these two different guys, go ahead and peek the spawn, see if there's a guy there, and it looks like someone's running in on me. Since I know this guy's a close fire weapon, I go ahead and back up. Then I end up getting killed by someone who literally just spawned in. And you'll see in this next little sequence that someone starts to cap A, and that gives away their position. A lot of times that's not the smart move. I go ahead and come out, take the guy off the objective, and that gives you actually extra score, which is pretty nice. And I go ahead and take out this guy with my teammate, jump out pretty aggressively, take out the other guy, and now I'm going to start chaining that streak together. Throw down that ammo pack. All I need really is that first UAV, and then I can actually really play a little bit more aggressive so I can chain my streaks together. And it looks like all those enemies jumping on the objective over time allowed them to cap it, but since we have these spawns, we're going to get it back pretty quickly. While we're distracted, you can see they're trying to go for B, so we go ahead and jump on here. We're starting to lose that. It looks like there's contested a little bit. Our teammate up in the sniper's tower is kind of locking that down, so we're in a pretty good spot, and I decide I want to go for a little bit of a flank. Especially since I know they were so hard pressed to go ahead and take that B objective. I go ahead and come around and get an easy little kill. Now that guy knows I'm there. I'm pre-aiming a little bit, seeing if I can get a little bit of kills, but the guy ended up running away. And you'll see I go ahead and peek this left area. It doesn't look like a good push, so I go ahead and cycle back over here, and I'm pre-aiming that same spot where I think the guy is going to be. And since I wasn't able to put him down right away, I go ahead and rotate back to spawn. I know I'm so close to that next streak, so I'm going to play my life. Sometimes you need to do that, and especially when you're playing solo, because if you don't have any streaks, it's going to be very hard for you to control the map. And what I mean by play your life, it means to stop playing the objective altogether and just play it like it's TDM. Get your score and then go back into objective mode, because you're a lot better to your team with that streak than you are without. And pretty much that's all I'm doing right now. We have a 25-point lead. I'm kind of pre-aiming this hot area where more than likely people will be, kind of trying to cover my teammate, but I don't want to put myself too far out there because then I'll die an easy death. Go ahead and laser that guy in the window. Now I got my sniper's nest, and I go ahead and check that scoreboard to make sure the enemy team doesn't have a 0, because that'll really mess up my score streak. And right here, I'm still playing my life. I'm so close to that next strike team that I want to make sure that I can have that for the second round. So still playing it safe. We have double capped right now with A and B. We got the home spawn, so that's pretty solid. I know where my teammates are. I'm positioned in a smart way so I can get some easy kills. And worst case scenario, I'll get the home flag at the start of the next round, which will be 50 points plus my ammo bag. So I'm almost guaranteed a strike team as long as I don't do anything stupid. I know the guy ran through the objective. I go ahead and jump through, see if I can get a little bit easy kill. I go ahead and center back on the objective. You can see I centered my crosshairs where I thought the guy would be. Then I kind of post up. Once I know the guy runs through the objective, I know he's coming through. Pretty easy kill. And now that I have both my streaks going into the second half without the enemy team having a 0, I feel pretty confident that the match is pretty much over. So not a bad first half. I went 21-4. Could have been a little bit better, but at least I have both my streaks. Go ahead and throw my ammo bag down on the objective. Then I'll go ahead and rotate out of there, knowing that my teammate's going to go ahead and cap it. And then right here, you can see that I go ahead and peek the sight line where I know the enemy's going to be. They went ahead and jumped on B. They are playing from behind, so they got to be the aggressor. We're already on a 10 streak here. Got my streaks rolling, and all we got to do is wait for the opportune time to go ahead and jump on B. Doesn't mean go ahead and jump on there right away. You can see right there I commanded the strike team to go ahead and head over to the C objective. And the main reason for that is since they're not really going to manipulate the spawns, they're going to kind of spawn trap the enemy players and get them unfocused off the objective. And right here I'm just paying attention to the mini-map. If someone jumps on B, I'll provide a little bit of cover. If someone goes ahead and tries to steal A, they'll give away their position and go ahead and take them out. So pretty easy kill here. And then I go ahead and kind of look around, see what I got to do, and then I decide I want to go for a flank. The downside with this particular move is that someone was just camping, waiting for me to come around the corner, and actually hit me 3 times before I hit him once. So it was so close to actually winning that gunfight, but unfortunately they were pre-aim just camping. You can't really avoid that unless I would have just camped myself. I felt like teammates went through that area, so based on my map awareness and my positioning in my head, there shouldn't really have been someone there unless they spawned in and kind of just walked up in that area. So knowing where my strike team is and knowing where the enemy players are trying to cap that objective, I go ahead and jump on B, and it looks like we just lost A, so we're gonna have to get C flag. I'll go ahead and peek the spawn real quick, go ahead and call my little health pack so I make sure that we got full health, and then I go ahead and jump on C with my teammates because that's what I can do in this particular scenario. Go ahead and turn around knowing that the enemies are all going to be coming from this area. I'm kind of pre-aiming, pre-firing, and go ahead and taking them out. I know we're very close to capping the objective, but I know we're about to get flooded. So I don't want to end up dying again because obviously my streaks are more important at this point, because if I get another strike team and I get another sniper's nest, guaranteed we're going to be winning this match because they won't be able to capture the objectives. So I go ahead and jump on there, looking kind of where my teammates are spawning. It still looks like they're coming in this particular area, and then it looks like my teammates are starting to push far enough where the enemy should be coming back from that bottom spawn. One of the hardest parts I think a lot of players struggle with is where to put their focus. There's a lot of things to worry about. I got to worry about the spawns, where my teammates are. I gotta look at the mini-map. I gotta look at my screen. I also have to be situationally aware to see how close I am to actually getting my streak, because like I said, the streaks can change the tide. So at this point, I'm already having a feeling that my teammates are pushing a little too deep to the A flag, and I'm thinking the spawns might potentially flip to behind me. So that's why I'm making the decision to kind of peek the spawn. I do see a guy. I want to better position myself, and since I had to focus on the guys behind me, I actually missed the fact that that guy took out both of my teammates, and you're gonna see how crucial that is. But since I have to focus on this area of the map, I didn't realize that he killed my teammates until it was too late. You're gonna see me run back through the building, not really expecting anyone there, because in my head my teammates won that engagement. There was a couple of them there. Go ahead and take this first one out. The other guy was able to run by, missed a few shots there. Then I come up over here, and that previous scenario of me not recognizing that my teammates were the ones that got killed actually got me killed. I came up, I could have been pre-aiming, and I more than likely would have won that gunfight, because that guy let me walk all the way up to him without killing me, so his shot probably wasn't that good. And that's pretty much it for the best class setup for the SWAT RFT. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video over 500 likes. And also, if you were brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss any of my future content. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.